And our fourth. Methods of winning rider trying to close that gap. 4 riders off the front, being led by none other than Mark Tucker, trying to break away right now, but they are all strung out and they're trying to close that gap. Let's just start throwing bottles at the people on the stage. My playlist, I have 36 hours, no F-bombs. But I appreciate it. I love playing.
I have one. So did they not give you any racer bios? Because we did a whole email to all the teams.
Got some back?
Thought we did. I'm gonna try to find it.
Oh my goodness, the break is growing. It's now up to 5 riders, and they have a gap of about 10 seconds. One, two, three, four, five, 6 riders off the front, being led by Mark Tucker at the front, just trying to get that breakaway established, and it looks like they're up the road and they're going. You guys better get going to close that gap or your race is already over, Bagley.
Yeah, all the boys walking up front. See that?
We'll ring the bell the next time. The gap is 20 seconds and growing. We're going to go ahead and ring the bell the next time through. We're going to give up a Sochi heart rate monitor. Let's get ready to ring the bell. Let me ask you, should I give this to the... It's just going to be a full-on preem, right? I'm not going to give it to the field? Nope. All right, ring that bell, Carla. This is a preem lap. Preem lap to the winner of the next lap. You're going to get a search heart rate monitor. Winner of the next lap. Preem lap. Number 400 giving direction out there. That's Eric Anderson. Here we have a preem lap racers, preem lap heart rate monitor on the line, and the winner of the next lap. This is a preem lap, the Barry Wolfe Grand Prix. Preem lap. Will that preem lap for the Soch heart rate monitor be enough to get that pack to catch that break? What's the heart rate monitor on the line going to do? Is it going to keep the breakaway off the front, or is it going to cause the pack to chase them down? Let's see what's going to happen. And there's our breakaway coming through the corner. Doesn't look like the heart rate monitor preem has caused them to come out and sprint against each other, but it has caused a group off the front of the pack. We got 4 riders trying to bridge up to the leaders, but here comes our sprint for the heart rate monitor on this preem lap for the Sochi heart rate monitor, and who's going to take it? It's going to be Mark Tucker, number 431. And look at that, 4 riders trying to bridge up to the break. And then there's the pack, all strung out. Oh, that looks hard out there. Hey, do you all like the playlist? Is the playlist good? I got some thumbs up. All right. I'm trying. I'm not a very good DJ. Let's see what's going to happen. It looks as though that breakaway might be getting chased down. There we go. They're around the corner. The 6 riders in the lead. And no, it didn't work. It looks as though that chase group has given up and sat up. And this is our race up the road right now in the 40-plus Masters race. Got 5 riders working together, being led by Mark Tucker.
We pretty much knew. I said I would bet anyone $10 that Mark Tucker was going to get in a break, so that we knew that was going to happen. So let's find out what's going to happen with this field, whether they're interested in chasing him down. We got a little ways to go here. His motto is go early, go often, get that break started. We got a good crowd getting ready to cheer these racers on. These guys are hauling. They are motoring. This Celsius energy drink, they're giving them away free. I'm trying now the Fantasy Vibe, the sparkling mandarin marshmallow. It's an orange one, and it's actually pretty good. It's like a creamsicle. I tried the Arctic Blast. Those are good. They're free. Give them a go. Energy drink by Celsius. And the Celsius temperature of this race is already hot. It's over 100 degrees on this race course. Not in the air, but on the ground. These guys are motoring in that breakaway. They say they don't want to be waiting around for Sharon Smith to just blast them down the final straightaway. Your United States champion in the past, Sharon Smith, one of the fastest sprinters ever to come out of Southern California. For methods to winning. So let's see if this break's going to stick. These guys have got a big gap. They're looking around. 4:14 taking it across. They're not right together now, but they will be. There's 5 guys up the road at least 35 seconds, gentlemen. If you want this bike race to come back together, you better get going. 35 seconds already. Mark Tucker and the crew. It looked like John Garbo of Go Fast. They're in the purple. Those guys are out there. The break was not quite cooperating, but there was a 3 and a 2, but they'll come back together. But 35 seconds is a big gap. So that means some of the guys behind are blocking. We'll see. It didn't look like there was anybody from Evoke in the break. They'll try to set it up again for their sprinters. Serious Cycling will try to set it up for John Davis. John's daughter races for the Israel Premier Tech development team. She lives in Switzerland now. She just went over there. Great story of a young bike racer racing in Europe, finding her way around, getting some good results already. John Davis is here representing Serious Cycling. He's got a fast sprint. Anybody who knows, we've seen him launch it on the Selfie Sunday ride. He was up there in the 50 plus. He's giving it a go here in the 40 plus. There's a lot of fast guys in here. We see Michael Easter, Cat 1, the Easter family, his brother Griffin. Those guys are all beasts. We got Pat Caro. He runs that team, the Go Fast team, I believe. Pat Boss, someone that wants to be in the break. Tony Brady would love to be in the break. He's already raced once. Here comes the break. Let's see. You guys had 35 seconds before. They're looking around. They got 5 guys. Now they're starting to cooperate. They know that if they dig this out, they can stick it. I don't think they're going to lap the field here. This course is a little bit too long, 1.12 miles. Laps are about 2:15, 2:20. So they'd have to really build it. This field would have to just sit up. So we don't think they're going to lap them, but it's gap is big. 5 riders, 30 seconds almost. Just under 30 seconds, 5 riders. Who's it going to be? You guys want to race now? Let's see. I think the next time around we're going to ring that Prix bell. We're going to ring that Prix bell. The Ladyface Beer Crowler. We see that Ladyface Brewing Company tent over there. They've got some excellent beers on tap. We see the people enjoying them in the beer garden here. Look at those kegs right there. There's some good stuff from Ladyface Ale. We're going to ring that Prix bell. We're going to ring it twice. We're going to ring it for the break and for the field. The field is going to go for the Sox. The break is going to go for the Ladyface Crowler. Preem lap. Ladyface Beer Crowler. Preem lap. Leader of the next lap. Ladyface Beer Crowler. About 30 seconds last time. Leader of the next lap. We're going to ring a field Preem for the Forza Sox. We got a field Preem. A field Preem. Some Forza Sox. Field Preem. They got about 30 seconds at least. Field Preem. Forza Sox. You guys better ride. Let's go, Sharon. You want to make it happen? Let's do it now. 39 seconds. 39 seconds. Field Preem. The business end is up the road. Okay, yeah. Yep. There was a couple of riders from Sirius Cycling in that breakaway. One of them was Michael Shanafelt. He was on that team yesterday. They won the team time trial. And looks like Marco Arocha, he was on that team as well. Marco used to race for the old days for the breakaway team. He's now on Sirius Cycling. I remember seeing Marco Arocha do 6 reps of some brutal climbs on the mountain bike. He races the Grand Fondos, the crits, the mountain bikes. Marco is a really talented bike racer. He's in that breakaway with Mark Tucker, though. Mark Tucker is a breakaway specialist. We'll see. So those 2 Sirius Cycling riders, part of the Team Time Trial Championship yesterday, they're giving it another go. They're basically in a 5-man time trial. Here we go. You guys had 39 seconds. Who wants this Preem? Ladyface Prowler. 428 picking it up. 428. Michael Shanafelt from Sirius Cycling. We got the 7-Nation Army playing, but there's a 5-Nation Army in that break. 5 riders trying to make it stick. They are really moving. 29 minutes to go. And the winner here is going to pick up the Forza Sox. Are they going to start riding? They had a 39-second gap last time. Who wants the Sox right here? The Forza Sox. Jock is not in it, so who's going to pick it up? Forza Sox on the line. It is number 411. Looks like Blue Monster. Matt Easter. The Flying Easter family. 411 picking that up. 428. Mike Shanafelt picking up the Ladyface Crowler. You can get your own Ladyface right now. Go pick one up at the Ladyface tent and sit in the beer garden. You can watch the live stream. That live stream is rolling. That's why I like to build tricks with lots of corners and technical stuff like Brentwood, but it takes too much money. If somebody gives us $100,000, we can put it back. But other than that, ain't gonna happen. I put on the one over here. We had a 2-day. I did 1-day crit, and then I did a 2-day one over behind Amgen. Had a hill in it. There was a circuit race and a crit. That was 2017 and 18, but those days people weren't coming, and like I lost money, and like, you know, I had people trying to help, but it was a tough. Here comes the break is coming around. They had 39 seconds. So this is a 5-man break. They are in a 5-man TTT. Yesterday, Sirius won the 4-man TTT. Are they in a 5-man TTT? They got 400 in there. Eric Anderson, that's why Sharon is waiting. He's got his teammate up the road. They may think that Eric Anderson is faster than the rest of those people, and I think they may be right. 5 riders making motion here. They are going. There's a lot of firepower behind. We're going to do a field preem. We're going to do a field preem. Signature payment swag. Field preem. Field preem. Field preem. Field preem. 48 seconds, gentlemen. 48 seconds. It's time to ride if you want to see that 5-man group. 48 seconds. That break, 2 of those guys won in the team time trial yesterday. That means they know how to suffer. They can suffer at high speeds, 28, 29 miles an hour. People that are good team time trialists, they're good in the break, and they're up there with Mark Tucker. And those 5 guys, they are all just watt monsters, just putting it out, just taking their turn. And once they get that gap, once they know they're clear, then they can start thinking about some cat and mouse or attacking the break. But they need to ride together as a 5-man team time trial until they build that gap to 1 minute. They're getting close. They're at 48 seconds. Heck, he was right when he said the 40-plus was going to be in a break. When you got a guy like Mark Tucker animating it, he just says the minute the time comes to the bell, and here they go. We knew that that's what he's done. He did it here last year. He does it in every race. We see Mark Tucker out there. You can see him on YouTube. He's got a channel. This guy is just a beast. He knows what it's like to suffer. He does not just sit in the wheels. He is out there. And there's other 2 guys from Sirius Cycling, Marco Arocha and Mike Shanafelt. They were on the team time trial yesterday, champions. They're doing it again. They're trying to go back to back. But here comes the field. Are they shrinking it? There's going to be the signature payments preem. Who's going to take the preem? Who's got this preem? 2 riders clear. And that's Davis Jones. Yep. "17 years old. Yeah, he's number 400 from Bahati Foundation. Methods to Winning. We were saying before, they're not going to lap them. It's 2 minutes. It's about 2:11, 2:15 laps. They're not going to do it, but they don't need to. They just need to stay away. We got Eric Anderson, number 400 in there. Marco Arocha, number 401, riding for Serious Cycling. Number 414 is John Garbo from Go Fast in the purple. He is a beast. Number 428, we got Mike Shanafelt of Serious Cycling. He's obviously a strong rider. Here we go. The field is coming. Already 1 minute, gentlemen, 1 minute. You're letting them go. That 5-rider group may be gone. 1 minute. And Mark Tucker, number 431. So 5 riders. I think that of the fastest people in that group, I think Eric Anderson is probably the fastest because Shanafelt and is more of a time trialist. Marco Arocha is a climber. And so Mark Tucker is pretty fast, but whether he can beat Eric Anderson depends on how much work Anderson is doing. So John Garbo is pretty fast too. We'll see whether John Garbo, my money is on Eric Anderson right now, but John Garbo is someone who could make it happen. I think the other guys are more time trial types. We'll see if they attack the people. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. The Celsius, we're going to ring the bell for the field. It's going to be a field preem. This Celsius drink I'm having right now, a fantasy vibe, sparkling mandarin marshmallow, pretty good stuff. But the field is going to get a chance to pick that up because they ain't going to pick up any of the prizes. That 5-man break, it looks like they are long gone. Field preem, field preem. 8 laps to go. About 1 minute. 1 minute to the breakaway. 8 laps to go. I think that Tucker's going to have to attack him late. I wouldn't want him there yet. Here we go.
7 laps to go. 7 laps to go to our breakaway. Mark Tucker at the front.
What do we think? Eric Anderson is the fastest. Are they going to let him stay there? Are they going to attack him and try to take him off the back? We know that those time trialists wouldn't want to have him stay there because you bring a fast sprinter like that to the line, he's going to come around you every time. Eric is almost as fast as Sharon, what I hear from Daryl Halprin, former racer who finished on the podium at the National Championships. Daryl is a beast on the climbs and in the sprints. He's also a great PI lawyer. Halprin Law, if you have some injuries, talk to Daryl. He's your man. But Daryl is a beast on the bike. His kids also. Riley's not here. She's at the team camp, but she won some mountain bike races for Newbury Park this year. Max is off at college, but he's a fast sprinter too. It runs in the family. Daryl is the man, and he picked Eric Anderson to win, and I agree with him. So let's see if these riders are going to take him off the back.
Who's going to win the case of Celsius energy drink? This is a sprint. Remember, guys, what are you doing? This is a sprint right now for a case of Celsius energy drink.
Number
404.
That's your man, Tony Brady, the Irish assassin, picking it up. Tony went out and did the Heartbreak 100 yesterday. A huge, big climbing ride out by Mount Pinos. I'll bet you he was under 5 hours, even though the climbs. Tony, the Irish assassin, is one of the fastest, strongest guys around. Picking up that Prix, the Celsius Prix. We got two big Prims left. $200 cash. Memory of Chris Kono, brought to you by Velo Pasadena. And we've got a Giro Ether helmet. $300 value. Serious Cycling putting that one up. The Giro Ether helmet, $300.
And you know what, Tom? We're going to give both those Prims to the breakaway. Because honestly, I don't think the field deserves another Prim.
I think you're probably right.
Ring the bell, ring the bell.
A Giro helmet to the leader, $300 value. Giro helmet to the leader of the next lap. $300 value, Giro Ether helmet, leader of the next lap. These guys have 6 laps to go, and they are still motoring like a well-oiled machine, those 5 guys. But that machine is running on Tucker power. Basically, those other guys are doing maybe 10% of the work or less. Mark Tucker is doing 60 to 70% of it. That guy's like a motor. He is just like a train, just cruising across the track. This break would not be where it is without him. He's on the front. Whoever wins should give him a big pat on the back because he's making this break happen. Mark Tucker from Velo Kings out there. We knew he would do it, and he did. But who's going to win it, Hecky? What do you think?
Well, I think the only way Mark Tucker is going to win this race is if he can somehow up his power output and drop his breakaway companions.
Yep, that's pretty much it, because the other guys, it's going to be either Eric Anderson or John Garbo. One of those two guys, they have the sprint, because Marco Orocha and Mike Shanafelt probably do not. Number 4, 5, 6 starting to ride. 6 laps, gentlemen, 6 laps.
What's Bahati doing in there?
Yeah.
Warming up for the Pro 1-2 race?
Yep, we see some great talent here that just isn't really riding hard. We got Sharon and Rastan Bahati. They're in here, but the question is, Hecky, why is Rastan doing this? You know why? Because there's $2,000 cash for that pro race. Rastan wants to pick up some of that cash. Here he's just warming himself up, getting ready. So Rastan and Sharon are going to really try to make their mark in that pro race. There's $2,000 for men and women. That's a lot of coin. Thank you to Serious Cycling for putting it up. So I would predict that they're going to be ready for looking for that cash in the pro race.
And who's going to take the helmet coming across the line right now? Remember, this is a sprint for a helmet.
It's Mark Tucker, 431. He's picking up that helmet.
That means we have one more preem left to give the breakaway. It's going to be the $200 cash preem being donated by Velo Pasadena in memory of Chris Kono, longtime Southern California bike racer who unfortunately passed away at a race 10 years ago. This is in his memory. We'll give that $200 cash preem with 3 laps to go to the breakaway. What an exciting day of racing here at the Barry Wolfe Grand Prix. Brought to you by Serious Cycling.
Look,
5 laps to go. 5 laps to go to the field. 5 to go. Cat 2-3's podium happening right now, unless I'm going to hold it. Cat 2-3, top 3 riders to the podium. Our gap is now 1 minute and 25 seconds. That breakaway has ridden away from the field. All the results are up the road. Let's give it up to Jack Benoit, still out there pedaling by himself. And here comes our breakaway. Mark Tucker continuing to power the brake. They're going to get 4 laps to go as they come through. And they have a 1 minute and 25 second gap to the field. Mark Tucker continues to pull. When is he going to stop pulling? Mark, are you going to stop pulling?
You better attack Eric Anderson or he's going to come around. Methods to winning. He's been on the back. Eric or John Garbo is the fastest. We'll see. There's going to be some tactics now. This race is clear. A little bit of cat and mouse. They'll look at each other and decide who's going to go. We're getting ready for our final 2 races of the day. The Pro 1-2-3, men and women, $2,000 cash each for that women's race. We saw some of the DNA cycling team. They're a pro team. We saw Holly Breck from Santa Ynez here. We saw Annette Barrera, who won it last year. They're going to have 2 riders. They're going to be tough to beat. Sirius has the homegrown talent of Paige Handy. Paige is a beast. She's going to be out there. She's going to say this is home turf. Nobody's going to beat her without a fight. So it's going to be exciting. But here we are, 40 plus. They're going to see 4 laps to go. These guys, they're still going fast, but it's been a walk in the park for these guys. That breakaway is just put it down.
Four laps to go. 4 to go to the field. 4 laps to go.
We've got Lagrange. Peter Durantis is in there. He's a kind of a breakaway rider. He would have liked to have been in that break. He raced the 50 plus, picked up the Prix there. But we'll see. The excitement is building. The crowd is getting ready. They're watching. Looks like we got some LA Sweat riders over there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's our breakaway. We are going to try to mix it up here in the breakaway. We're going to ring the Prix bell. It's going to be a $200 cash Prix on the line, the winner of the next lap. 3 laps to go to the breakaway, and this is a Prix lap. $200 cash Prix to the breakaway. Winner of the next lap gets $200 cash, courtesy of Velo Pasadena, in memory of Chris Kono.
Let's see what that's going to do. If there's anything that could light it up, 200 large, $200 is going to be a big way to do it. Because Jacques Benoit is continuing to roll around. He is not giving up.
This is our field of the 40-plus Masters men here at the Barry Wolfe. All their placings are up the road. This is just for pride. 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go to the field. Being led through by number 427.
A minute and a half, 427. Danny Rondon.
What's going to happen? Is this $200 going to mix up the breakaway at all? Is it going to screw them up?
I don't know. We'll see. I would think, frankly, Mark Tucker ought to get the money given how many watts he's put out. If you average or figured out who contributed the most, sometimes you'll see the Tour de France has those statistics that'll tell you who's contributed the most in the break. If it's equitable, Mark will win it, but we'll see. These other people are going to want to pick up. $200 is a lot of cash because there's only merchandise for the winners. This is the big cash prize, $200. Who's going to get it?
And here we have our sprint in the break for $200 cash, courtesy of Velo Pasadena, in memory of Chris Kono. Who's going to take the $200 sprint in the line right now? Not leaving any doubt on who's the strongest. It's Mark Tucker with Velo Kings.
So look at that. He's picked up the helmet and the cash, so that's pretty equitable. Strong guy, so who knows? Maybe he's got something left to challenge Eric Anderson, who was second there from Methods to Winning, number 400. So we'll see. The cash there, if you're racing for money, Mark just got it, but you're racing for pride and victory. We'll see. I still think it's going to be Eric Anderson and John Garbo fighting for that sprint, but you never know. Maybe Mike Shanafelt and Marco Arocha could do something for Serious Cycling. Those guys are strong riders. They TT'd yesterday to the championship for Serious Cycling, but today they're up against a bunch of strong guys. Some exciting stuff in this break. We're going to look at the tactics. But the time to attack is pretty much running short. They're not going to be able to get away in that last lap. No chance. They're going to have to go now. We're going to have to see it on this lap. They're going to see 2 to go. If there's no gap between these 5 riders, it's most likely to come to a field sprint. So now's the time to attack for the break if they're going to do it. Here comes the field.
2 laps to go, racers. 2 to go.
We've got the men's and women's pro races getting ready. Women's pro race at 2:40 p.m. in 9 minutes. But now, the business end of this 40 plus, the 5-man break. Has there been any attacks?
And here come our leaders going into Bell Lap. This is going to be 1 lap to go, 1 to go, 1 to go. Bell Lap to our leaders in the breakaway. This is your Bell Lap. 1 lap to go at the Barry Wolfe Grand Prix. This is our 40 plus, and look at that. Mark Tucker is at the back, sitting on Eric Anderson.
He knows Marco Arocha 401 was leading it through. We'll see. They got 2 men in there from Serious Cycling, Marco Arocha and Mike Stanifelt. Strong guys, not as fast as the others, so we'll see. This is about tactics. You know who's fast, you know who's strong, and we'll see whether it's strength or speed that's going to take this one. Hecky, can you see anything on the back straightaway when they come around? Keep an eye out to see if there's any gap.
I would, but I have a hard time seeing the back straightaway because of that Halpern Law Firm tent smack dab in the middle of the road. And here comes our field. They're going to be given 1 lap to go as well. This is Bell Lap to the field. Let's all stay behind the orange cones. Bell Lap to the field. 1 to go, 1 to go. This is your final lap here in the 40 plus at the Barry Wolfe Grand Prix. Let's make sure we stay behind the cones. We are eagerly anticipating our sprint in the breakaway. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Eric Anderson? And here's our sprint coming down the road right now. 500 meters out of the saddle. Who's it going to be? Oh, my goodness. Coming to the line right now, looks like it's going to be.
Here we go. And it's Eric Anderson. Daryl was right. Number 400. Methods to winning. Eric Anderson. The speed picked up over the strength there. In our breakaway, great field sprint from those 5 riders who just laid the wood to the field. The field was just basically left behind. Those 5 riders, if you see them, give them a high five. They all raced great today. They put it on the line. They went for it. They were racing fast. A beautiful race, Mark Tucker style breakaway. His fellow Kings made it happen, but Eric Anderson brought it home. We know in the pro race, Sharon and Rassan are going to try to bring it home for the $2,000 cash. Here comes the field. Who's it going to be in the field? Some of these guys are fast. They're going to use it up. They're mad that they couldn't get it. Who's it going to be? It looks like another. It's going to be Sharon just cruising 4.29. So methods to winning. Winning the break, winning the field sprint. You know it. That's the speed of those gentlemen. Great job. Eric Anderson winning the race. Sharon winning the field sprint. Sharon just looking over there. He was coming across. He says, you know, I'm going to save a little something for that pro race. There's $2,000 that Sharon wants to pick some of that up. Great race, gentlemen. Everybody coming across.